So you clicked on this video because you want to know exactly how to do outreach as a copywriter. And I'm going to show you my exact structure to do outreach on Instagram. And I'm also going to make a showcase to you where I actually do this practically in real life. And I will be reaching out to real prospects. And I'm going to show you all of this in this video. So the first part of the structure that I use is to make a personal and specific compliment to the prospect. And what I mean by this is normally if you just do basic generic outreach, you will find that you will just say something like, okay, I like that you do this and this, but they don't really want to. So what I mean about the compliment is to find something personally or specific about the company and the person that you are doing outreach to. So, for example, if you have if you're outreaching to a fitness coach and he is helping a specific target audience, which might be mothers between 40 and 50 to lose 10 kilos of belly fat, then what I would do is to compliment that specific thing and say that I'm really like glad that you do this for these types of people. And then after you've complimented the person, then in the same message you should then at the end make a question for them that also resonates with what you just spoke about and what they do. So if you have a fitness coach, let's take that example again. You might ask them something like, how long have you been training for? But if you have just talked about how important it is for people to lose weight, then it could be a little bit too generic or too simple for them to answer that question. So instead, you want to find to ask a question that leaves them with a like open-ended answer. So that means that they could take a lot of different approaches to answer the question instead of just being able to answer it with a simple sentence or yes or no. So that's the two main parts of the outreach, and it's extremely important that you get this right because this is the first impression that you are making to the prospect. Second or third is the pitch or the solution, because after you have made the question, then you will actually be asking more question afterwards, where you will dig deeper into the problems the company has and about marketing and how and what they might need in order to get even better results from the marketing. But the key point is that when you know more about the prospect, then you have to go ahead and make the pitch. And I would not recommend doing it too professionally, because that will just turn them off. They want a solution to their problem, but they don't want a salesperson selling them. So, for example, with the fitness coach, after you have talked a lot about some different questions and what problems they have in their business, if they have any problems, and if they don't, then try to then either you should go ahead and dig deeper into the question, no, sorry, into the actual problems if they will let you know, or you should just let go and find someone else, honestly. So, yeah. But anyway, then you will make the pitch, and as the second, and as the most important thing when you've done all of this is to keep following up. If you just leave them with a message for way too long, for and weeks, they will forget you, and when they forget you, they won't really care whether or not you could help them, because yeah, they won't know if you are actually being serious. So that's the four main things: make a compliment, ask questions, and agitate them on the problems. Make a casual pitch or bring a solution, and then follow up, follow up, follow up. And as a side thing, when you are presenting a solution, I would recommend that you go ahead and make some, yeah, or give them some free value, instead of just asking them to pay you upfront, because everyone loves to get something for free. And then if you actually are able to show them that you can do what you actually say you can do, they will trust you even more. And I actually did this with a prospect. Unfortunately, there weren't any need for like my marketing skills as a copywriter, but he gave me the chance, and he was glad that I reached out to him. And I'm gonna show you that exact message and talk about every single message in that chat on Instagram with this prospect. And I'm also going to show you a couple of other examples with outreach messages that I have made to prospects. So now I'm gonna show you exactly on Instagram how I do my outreach, and going to take real prospects that I have inside of my prospect list and show how I've reached out to them on Instagram. So let's do that right now. I'm on my computer, and I will be showing you a couple of examples along the way. So the first guy I want to show you is this one. It's this Danish fitness coach called René, and yeah, it's in Danish, but I can just read aloud in English to you what I started the conversation with. So, hey René, it's so cool to see that you're helping so many men reach their dream physique. It's quite inspiring to me to see all the content that you are putting out, and I've sometimes had a bit of a difficulty keeping up the training motivation. May I ask you, how many years have you trained, brother? So I just start out with something very casual, very simple, and honestly, the stuff I ask him about and like what I have in the message is something that I would generally say to him if I could. I don't just come up with something random and generic, because that's not the way I want to do outreach. I want to be as personal and as human as possible. And yeah, then I was quite lucky that he responded, and we had a conversation back and forth, and then I started pitching a little bit about my marketing skills, and then I convinced him to make me do some ad scripts for his short form ads on Facebook. So I made a couple of variation for him, and then we kept talking back and forth, and yeah, I made the ad scripts for him, and I asked what he thought about it, and he kind of liked it, but they didn't have any need for someone another person on their marketing team. So I did not sign him as a client, but I still learned a lot from reaching out to this guy. And yeah, the other people I've reached out to have not responded yet, but I can still show you what I had in the message. So for this guy, then I asked him about, then I said, hey Thomas, I saw your Instagram recently, and I thought it was and I just want to say that it is a really important piece of work that you are doing for the people that wants to take control of their lives again. And even though I'm only 16, I feel like your message to take control of your own life is something I've done myself for the past 2 years, and I completely understand the message. And may I ask you, how did you get the idea to start this company? And how did you find out that you wanted to more specifically help grown adults with their mental strength / physical strength, etc.? So again, it's a pretty casual message that I start out with, and then it just at the end of my message I ask them an open-ended question that allows them to not just answer with a yes or no, but with a more detailed answer that I can then work out another message with. So let's take one more example, and this guy is a pretty big shark, as you might call him. He's running multiple AI companies and is quite big on social media. So yeah, I got a little bit cocky and reached out to this guy, and this time it's actually in English. The two other guys were Danish, so this should be a little bit easier to read aloud. Hey Liam, I want to tell you that the work you're doing in the AI industry is really inspiring to me. Implementing the better AI systems in modern businesses is, in my opinion, the best way to improve the output of the companies and therefore boost the future economy even further. Seeing someone like you on social media doing exactly this makes me even more optimistic for the future. If I may ask you a question, what do you see as the most exciting way AI will change how businesses operate in the next 5 years? So again, as always, I start out with something casual, something personal that I think is important to let them know about what they do and their company. And then, as always, at the end of the initial outreach message, I ask them a question that is not just a yes or no question, and that also resonates with what they are doing and is relevant to them. So for this guy, I don't ask him about how long he have been training for, like Renee, but instead I ask him something that he is an expert in and that he knows a lot about, and that he is actually working in the business. So yeah, so that's basically how I do my outreach, and in an upcoming video I will also show you how I make my prospect list, just like this one, where I store all the data that I need in order to reach out to the clients that I want to reach out to. So that's basically my strategy for reaching out, and if you like this video, go ahead now and comment and like, etc., and subscribe. And you can also follow me on Instagram. I have my account right here, funny enough. So yeah, on this I just post some stuff about myself and some copywriting things, etc. And yeah, that was the video for today, and I hope you like to see some more content from me in the future. And as always, peace.